Hello, hello, beautiful people. Thank you for watching and listening to Strangely Sane Journey of a Goddess with me, Tawny Marilyn. I am your host, Tawny Marilyn, and whew, what a day, what a day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's a beautiful day to be able to sit here with you guys and talk and hash it out and all of those beautiful, wonderful things, right? Life is such a journey, isn't it? I say journey of a goddess, but boy, it's just a journey in all of the ways. Like, you can think that life is going to take you one way and you head in that direction, and then life turns you around into a totally different place, different space than you ever even imagined yourself going. And even in that, it's so beautiful. That's all life is, isn't it? It's just a journey to die. That sounds so morbid and so terrible, but really, we're always going through these different phases up until the point that we're like, okay, I guess now we're going to kick the bucket. We're going to end it here. And isn't that how life should be, anyways? Enjoy the parts of life that you have, because there's going to come a time where you have everything that you ever imagined, and you have a certain contentment with life, and then you meet your ending. It's like a plant. It grows until the point that it stops growing, and then when it stops growing, it's dying or it's dead. And so you never want to get to the point where you're done growing. You're so content with life. You never want to experience anything new. You never want any change to come, because life is just that damn good. It's interesting once you think about it, because don't we all have that thought, like, oh, I just can't wait for things to be easy. I can't wait for things to go the way that I want them to go. But those challenges are those things that refines us and defines us and makes us better and makes us stronger and makes us wiser, makes us richer, not just in money, but in life and life experiences. There's so many things that we're going to go through, and like, yeah, it's hard now to go through those different obstacles, to weather them, and to meet every challenge where it is. But there's going to be a time when we look back and we smile, because, baby, we made it. Like, oh my God, we did it. We made it. We made it through that one obstacle. I was talking to my grandmother not too long ago, my married coach. That's what I call her. I call her my married coach. That's my babe. That's my ace. That's my numero uno. And she was like, Tawny, once you get older, you realize that nothing lasts forever. Everything, what did she say? She said, all of the challenges that I went through when I was 30, I don't even think about them now. They mean nothing to me now. I don't have those same problems anymore. And it was such a reality check for me, because it was like, yes, girl, we get through everything we go through. Yes, it seems hard right now, but you got that swag, you got that sauce, you got that juice to get through everything. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going through it. If it was really that difficult, if it was really that hard that you were just not going to make it, you wouldn't be going through it. That wouldn't be your challenge. If it's in your face right now, you're seeing it, that just means, don't you worry, sweetheart. There's a solution coming up. You're going to learn so much from this. You're going to learn so much in this journey. You're going to learn so much from this. And I think that's the beautiful thing of being human, of being on this journey, trying to figure everything out. You have it. You already have the swag. You already have the sauce. You already have it. It's inside of you. You don't have to go anywhere to look for it. You don't have to find it. It's inside of you. You just you got to tap into it a little bit. Eventually, you're going to get so sick and tired of going through whatever it is that you're going through that you're going to be like, well, let's Google some things. Let me talk to somebody. Let me figure it out. Let me pray about it. Let me sleep on it. I can't keep going through this. This is not meant for me. I know when I was younger, I had postpartum depression. I had postpartum depression terribly. I had postpartum depression so terrible that it lasted my entire 20s. And yes, it probably started off as postpartum depression and then turned into regular depression because I was in these terrible, horrible relationships. That's what I tell myself, anyways. I wasn't being true to me. That is the cut, paste, and dry. It wasn't, my life didn't look the way that I thought my life was going to look, and I was very sad, in a very dark place about it. So when I decided that I didn't want to be depressed anymore, it wasn't a whew, went to sleep. Oh, I'm not depressed anymore. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of coping skills. It took a lot of coping mechanisms to one, find out how to not allow depression to take over my life, but also in learning how not to let it completely consume me. I eventually got out of it. And I didn't go to therapy for it. I didn't get medication for it. I really raw dog depression. I really did. And feeling like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm going to get out of that. I eventually got out of it. And even getting out of it was a phase in itself because you think, oh, you're no longer depressed. You see color again. You see light again. You see life again. Life is so beautiful, and it is beautiful, but it's different, especially when you spend 10 years of your life being depressed. It's mind boggling because you meet, when you have long term depression, it is a lot of coping. It's a lot of hiding how depressed you are because baby, people don't want to deal with you being depressed for 2 weeks. They damn sure don't want to deal with you being depressed for 10 years. That is crazy. But sometimes we're a little cuckoo. It's strangely sane. Somehow we made it out alive to be sane. Yikes. But you meet friends in those depression stages. You find things that you can do. And you realize that when you're no longer depressed, things change, things shift. Those relationships that were dependent on you being sad and mopey no longer fit because a lot of times it's not one person is depressed and the other person is living their life. A lot of times y'all are on the same level in life. You're on the same level spiritually. You're on the same level mentally because you can't be super happy living your best life and you have Eeyore over here. Like, yeah, you can wave, hey Eeyore, how you doing? You good? But how long do you want to sit with Eeyore? How long do you want to spend time in that energy? I'm going to tell you, as a person who finally broke free from the shackles of depression, I didn't have any patience. I didn't have any tolerance for being around other depressed people. When I was depressed, we can kick it. We can kick it all day. We can sit in the dark. We can play sad music. We can watch TV. We can do all of the things, and I'm here for it. We're having a grand old time. But once you hit that transformation, it's like, oh, I can't do this anymore. If I stay in this place, I'm going to stay in this place. I'm going to revert back to what I knew. And so a lot of times going through a transition, going through a transformation requires you to change your surroundings, and not because those surroundings are bad. Those surroundings just no longer fit you. Because let's face it, those surroundings were good at a certain point in time. You know, we was really kicking it. You want to go eat together, you want to complain about life, you want to cry, you want to ignore, you want to suppress. Come on, baby. I'm your girl. And then things change, life changes, and you realize, oh, I don't want to sit in the dark anymore. I want the sun on me. I want to feel the sun all the time. I want to listen to the birds, and I want to see the bees, and I want to see the butterflies, and I want to go outside, and I want to run. I want to smell the flowers. I want to get dirty. You know, I want to do all the stuff. I finally want to live. And of course, there's going to be some of you guys that are like, Tawny, you're wrong. You can get through a depression and bring those people with you. And maybe you can. Maybe you can. I don't know. I'm not going to say that my way is perfect. What I am going to say is that when life changes and life transitions, you kind of gotta go with the flows, the ebbs and the flows. But when life changes and life transitions, things change and transition with it. When I think of transitions and when I think of transformations, I think of butterflies. Do you think the caterpillar realizes what they're about to go through? They're eating everything, they're getting fat, and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm about to turn into a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. I know I'm about to turn into a butterfly. But they eat and they eat and they get bigger. And for what? And so they go into this tree, they create this cocoon, they wrap themselves in, and I'm sure they go to sleep, right? And when they're in the cocoon, they pretty much disintegrate. They turn into slime. They get torn apart, and they're just slimy in this ball of goo. And I'm sure the process isn't comfortable, but now they're too far gone. And it's like, okay, either I can't get out the process. I am a ball of goo. But if I try to get out the process, I'm not going to make it. I'm just going to be this goo forever. And so they keep going through the process, and then they come out and they turn into this beautiful butterfly. And we all look at those butterflies and we're like, oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. But we don't think about what they had to go through to become that thing of beauty, to become that thing of glory, to become that creature that they are now. We don't think about the pain. And with transformation, with transitioning, there is a certain pain that comes with it. Leaving things behind isn't easy. Disintegrating into goo is not easy. Losing your form, everything that you consider to be you, to everything that you consider to be normal, is not easy. And sometimes it is a choice. I know when I pulled this card, I pulled the transformation card, by the way. I put it back. I put it back in the deck. I really did. And then I went to go look for it again. And it made me realize sometimes you don't want to go through a transformation. Sometimes you have found a certain comfort in your distress. You found a certain comfort being with the people that bring you down to a certain level. You found a certain comfort in doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, but your spirit is calling for a change, is calling for something different, is calling for something more than you could have ever imagined. Sometimes you don't choose to transform at all. Sometimes transformation chooses you. So what do you do? You can be like the caterpillar. You can go into your cocoon and say, "Ooh, actually, let me out here," and be nothing because you didn't allow the process to continue. Or you can be like the butterfly and say, you know what, this is hard. This isn't what I expected. I was fine in the grass. I was fine eating the leaves. I was fine eating whatever plant I can find. I'm fine with that. But then when you see the higher heights, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm higher up than I ever thought I could be. I've experienced more than I ever thought I could experience. Wow, this is really a blessing. And that's what it really is. When you're going through the transformation, it can feel hard and it can feel difficult and it can feel sucky and it can feel crappy. It really can. It can be so crappy and so lonely going through that transformation. But when you finally make it through, you're like, oh my goodness, I had no idea life would look like this. I had no idea life could be this beautiful. I had no idea life could be this meaningful. I had no idea I could bring this much impact to people around me. I had no idea. I thought I was going to be stuck in that same place doing those same things with those same people. I look around and those people are nowhere to be found. And honestly, I wouldn't know where to find them. That's just not my life anymore. I have no idea. And I think that's the beautiful thing about transforming your life. You have no idea the heights it will take you. You have no idea the lows that you will experience. I'm not one to tell you that transforming is this easy path and just go ahead and do it. One, I do think you should go ahead and do it. However, I don't think it's this easy peasy. Oh, look, I've changed. I think it comes with grieving. You grieve. Transformation is a grieving process. You grieve the life that you had, you grieve the life that you thought you would have. You grieve what could have been but will never be. You grieve. And when you're finally done grieving, you have to find a way to make all of that grief make sense. I ain't sad for nothing. I didn't cry in bed for nothing. I'm leaving here with something. Because what is the point of accepting all of that loss just to stop halfway through? Go through the transformation and not only go through the transformation, embrace the separation, embrace the separation, embrace the transformation, embrace everything that it can be. You have no idea where it's going to take you. If you're going through it right now, you have no idea where it will take you, but I'm sure it will take you somewhere amazing, somewhere beautiful, somewhere amazing because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Okay, so I told you guys that I pulled the transformation card, but who I really pulled was Shakti. You see her, she's beautiful. She looks so cool to me with her nose ring and her locks and her feathers. You see, if you are listening and you are not watching, you should really check out the YouTube because don't you want to see what Shakti looks like? Don't you? So Shakti is the counterpart for Shiva. Shakti is a Hindu goddess, right? And from what I found, oh, you guys, with when it comes to these goddesses, if you have more information, I would love to hear what you have to say. Let that be a caveat. But she is the divine feminine of the goddesses. All of the goddesses have Shakti energy in them. From what I saw, she has all of the goddesses in her. She is within all of the goddesses. She is the divine feminine. And with Shakti, the question I have is, are you performing femininity or are you femininity? Yes. So it's very easy to perform femininity. They tell you, oh, in order to be feminine, you need to be soft, you need to be nurturing, you need to create, you need to be. In order to be feminine, you have to receive. This is the power of the feminine. And I'm going to call bullshit. I feel like so many of us have been on our feminine journey. We don't feel like we're feminine enough because we can be aggressive, because we got hard body, because we like to work, because men around us have said, oh, you're not feminine enough for me. You don't want to get your nails done. You don't want to get your hair done. You don't want to wear pretty frilly dresses. Guess what? You're not feminine enough. And I say bullshit. Shakti says bullshit. We all say bullshit. Why? Because as feminines, we are not here to just create. We are here to both create and destroy. We are here to both give and receive. We have all of the energy within us because we are feminine. We are goddesses and we give everything we can to bring life into this earth. Mind you, we give birth. So how can we be responsible for solely receiving, oh, well, you receive sperm, but I give life? Everything you give me, I'm going to double it. Why? Because yes, I receive, but I also give more than I receive. So make sure that you are getting, because you are born to receive, but you are also born to give. And you can give whatever. If somebody gives you bullshit, double it, because you are here to create and you are also here to destroy. Do not let people play in your face. The only reason that they told you that femininity is soft, that femininity is pretty, that femininity is here to just sit and be passive is because that makes you easier to control. You are not here to be controlled. You are boundless. You can do anything and everything. You were not born to be put in the box that they placed right there beside you with your name written on it. That's what they want you to believe, because society needs you to be passive. Society needs you to take whatever bullshit they give because it makes it easy. But you were not meant to be easy. You were meant to make changes. You were meant you are meant to change your world just by your presence. You are here to destroy things that do not fit. And you are here to create something new that it can be greater than has ever been before. In order to transform things, they have to be destroyed. And you have power in destroying what once was. That is your feminine calling. And you have the power to create something new and something beautiful and something better than anyone could ever imagine. That is your power. They told you your power was passive. They lied. There's nothing passive about being a woman. There's nothing weak about being a woman. Tell me, I've heard so many men say, oh, but women are meant to be soft. Femininity is meant to be soft. Men are meant to be hard. Tell me this, what's soft about childbirth? And tell me how many men are birthing children. Tell me how many men are bringing children into this world. Don't worry, I'll wait. Not for long though, because it's not happening. And I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, but I'm trans. That's not what we're talking about. And if you're giving birth, congratulations, welcome to the world, little baby. But that's not what we're talking about. Your femininity matters. However, you come into this world to express it. Stop allowing people to feel like you're not doing it right, because you're doing it perfectly. You're doing it the exact way you were designed. And if someone around you is making you feel like you're not doing it good enough, well, baby, that means that they need to go find somebody that can do it better, because you are doing it perfectly for you. You are inside of your design. And if you're outside of your design and you're not doing things the way that you know that you should do them, well, baby, you have the power to create and destroy. So destroy the old way and create a new way. Create the way that works for you, because you have that power. Stop performing femininity. Stop getting your nails done, getting your hair done, and being like, oh, I'm a picture perfect woman, but you're living in fear to show up. Your femininity was not meant to hide. Your femininity was not meant to be scared or in a corner. Baby, you are a goddess. And if the world around you doesn't recognize it, if the world around you doesn't see it, it's time to create a new world. And that's why we're here at Strangely Plain, right? We're here to create this new world, because I remember telling somebody, oh, I'm a goddess. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Oh, you don't see that I'm a goddess. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to see the goddess in me. It's not meant for you to see the goddess in me. Do you know whose job it is to see the goddess in me? Me. It's my job to see it. It's my job to perform it. It's my job to see it. It's my job to be it. And it's my job to go out and do things to help make the world a better place. Everyone's not going to see the transformation. Everyone is not going to see your power, but they don't have to see it, because eventually they will feel it. You were not masculine because you talk your shit. You were not masculine because you have a vision and you're going to do whatever it takes to complete it. That doesn't make you masculine. All of the goddesses, and I've been doing this whole looking into the goddesses, researching them. You think all of these goddesses were peachy and perfect and prim and proper and sweet and, oh, let me be a good little girl? No, no. None of them would be, oh, this is what soft femininity looks like. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, had a mean streak. Do not allow people to make you think that you are not feminine enough because you're not soft and dainty, because that is not femininity. That is performing safe femininity. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. I love that for you. But if that's not your thing, don't go around thinking, oh, well, I'm not girly enough. Boys aren't going to like me because I'm not girly enough. You're right. Boys aren't. Men, maybe. But you are the perfect you. I don't want you to go into a femininity journey thinking that, oh, once I get through this journey, I am going to be softer. Because I too went through a femininity journey. And I didn't leave softer. I left knowing myself. I left knowing my power. I left knowing what it means to be divine. I left knowing what it means to actually be feminine. I left knowing that my masculinity is just as important as my femininity. In whatever way I decide to show up as, all of that is feminine. Why? Because I said so. And I get to destroy old archetypes and I get to create new ones. I get to destroy the box that society has determined itself to put me in. And I get to create something new. I get to create a new paradigm which fits me perfectly. I don't have to shrink myself. I can stretch out. I can dance. I can laugh. I can laugh loud. I can yell. I can cuss people out. And I'm still feminine. And I'm more powerful than I ever could have imagined. I never would have imagined me feeling so big and so bold and so bright. And I did not think that femininity was going to bring me here. I did not think that my feminine journey would bring me here. I thought that my feminine journey was going to make me more digestible, softer, nicer, sweeter. And it made me more audacious. It made me more powerful than I ever could have imagined. I feel like the butterfly that is looking at the ground that I used to be on and being like, damn, I really used to crawl through that. Now I'm flying above. Oh, look at my homie. What's up, homie? I see you. I can't wait till you get up here. So go through your feminine journey, but go through it. Really go through it. Go through every part of it. Go through the soft, fun, joyful parts. Go through the difficult parts. Embrace every single piece that comes with it so that you can embrace your most powerful self. Because that's what's on the other side of transformation. That's what's on the other side is a more powerful you, is a more determined you, is a different you. So go through it, get through it. You got this. All right. So let's figure out what Shakti has to say to us. Shakti, Shakti. Okay. She says, wonderful change is afoot in your life when the Hindu goddess Shakti comes to support you. All your longing, desire, and focus on something better in your life, coupled with your willingness to do the work, has ignited the life force energy of the great goddess. She responds now to bring you your heart's desire. Know that now is the perfect time to move into the highest version of yourself. Are you ready for this change you so badly wanted? Everything depends on how honest and clear you have been and how willing you are now to explore other ways of being authentic in the world. You have the magical, feminine, divine energy of the creator goddess Shakti to help you when you become open to doing things differently. You are stepping into your destiny. Do so wisely and without guile, and you will be amazed at the way your world awakens with breathtaking beauty. Alignment message. Sometimes people and situations come into your life as the kind of change agents that turn your life upside down. What you thought was real and expected is challenged by someone else's perspective or behavior, which you have no control over. This can be painful and deeply confusing, but the creator goddess Shakti wants to offer you her guidance. Can you see how everything that is off balance is serving you now, helping to open old wounds so they can finally heal? You know you are seeking this change, this magical metamorphosis for a better life for you and your loved ones. Right now, your alignment task is to love that part of yourself that sabotages your efforts to move forward. Love the insecure you, the one that is jealous, the one that sees not enough when the world is truly full of potential. Life loves you. The feminine aspect of the universe, the great goddess herself, all your angels and your guides and helpers remind you that you came here as a spiritual being learning to co create the world anew. So create this new world. We need you. We need your power. We need your thoughts. We need your humor. And we need your vision. Because only you can bring you into this world. Only you can create something new with your sauce on it. I only have my own sauce. I can't make the same sauce you make, honey. Only you can do that. And we need it. And we need you because we are going into this new world and we get to make it whatever we want to make it. So let's make it beautiful. I need you, you need me, and together we are going to make this world a much better place. Can you see it? Can you feel it? It's right there on the other side of fear. It's right there on the other side. We got this. Together. Me and you and I, us. Together we can make changes. And together, somehow, we'll make this world better. And somehow, some way, we will stay strangely sane doing it. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. I love you. And until next week, toodles.